So welcome back to this second video, and I will continue discussing about uh, this course, evaluation in English education. And we come to discuss about the learning strategies that we are going to reach in this level. And there are at least 6 learning strategies that we are going to accomplish. The first one is workshop, and we'll give you some elaboration about what kinds of things to accomplish in the workshop process. But at least you will be working in groups and small one to accomplish a series of videoed lectures, and you're going to teach each other, and you eventually produce a set of videoed lectures. The second one is I will encourage you to engage in debates where presenters will defend their videoed lectures and the critics will be provided by the opposing groups. So I think this is going to be an engaging activity because there will be a very lively discussions, and we learn how to critique well and without hurting others. And then number 3, we also engage in hands-on projects. This is going to be a portfolio hands-on projects to produce a set of evaluation in English education. I think it's going to be for undergraduate students. And you are going to develop a series of evaluation materials that will be appropriate for undergraduate students. And then the fourth one is to compare and contrast research articles. And in this way, you are going to be able to develop a conceptual framework or theoretical perspective drawn from activity theory. So basically, you will see that the reality that we are now encountering is filled with ambiguities, contradictions, conflicts, contestations, and complexities. And I would assume that you will never expect simplicity to happen. And the next issue is certainly I will encourage the learning strategies through reflective writing, and the personal narrative will be there, and I will certainly be happy to share with you about this. This is a very powerful way to learn. And the 6th activity, the learning strategies, will be the utilizing forum discussion, and hopefully our learning management system will work well to allow us to engage in this activity. So what about the assessments? Here are the 5 types of assessment. The first one is personal narrative, and this will be 20% of your performance in the class. The video lectures, they should be a group work, and the video lectures will address these topics. Again, these 8 topics of your class will be the video lectures that you are going to be developing in small groups. And this is going to be 20% of your performance. And then I will also encourage you to work on a portfolio of hands-on projects. And this is going to be 25% of your final grade, final score. And you are going to write a research report. It's going to be about 2,500 words, I think, consisting of 5 components: introduction, review of literature, research method or methodology, findings and discussion, and then conclusion and recommendations. And then certainly class participation and or contribution will make up 10% of your final score. And here are the possibilities, more elaboration on what our assessments will look like. Related to the personal narrative, and it's going to be 20%. The mode is the individual work. The assessment rubric covers this area. coverage, grammar accuracy, timely submission, and in-depth reflection and elaboration. And three topics and three issues will be provided. The first one is my own narrative on centrality of meaning-making process. I will take from my dissertation, and then Imoto Haruhisa's story, a math teacher, I think, which is a very powerful one. And also your own personal engagement on the topic of inquiry in response to the two topics, two sources, I mean. And then also inquire you to develop your grammar accuracy and timely submission, and also in-depth reflection and elaboration. And the videoed lectures, I would assume it's going to be in pairs, because in total there are 9 students in this class, which is a very perfect number for a graduate class then. The group work will have a couple of requirements, and then the task accomplishment, including your PowerPoint, and then the script and the video. I have a number of experiences related to the video making, and one thing that should be taken into account is, in order to make the video lectures powerful, and it must be scripted, you need to develop the scripts so that the video will be very efficient, okay? And the length of each video will be between 10 to 13 minutes, and then it should also demonstrate the clarity of thesis statement, and the script and the PPT and short video should be grammatically accurate, and the fluency of the spoken report will be also be required. And I also need to see the good idea development, and the substance is also there. And also, the last but not the least is, of course, in-depth reflection and elaboration. Now, related to this one is portfolio of hands-on projects. This is going to be 25%. The coverage is 2 mandatory resources, and I will share what they are. And I also encourage you to find 4 materials of own choosing. You are going to choose your own 4 materials that you will utilize. And I also encourage you to use grammar accuracy and timely submission and clarity of goals and relevance to the target learners. That means you need to identify who your students are very clearly. Are you addressing a number of undergraduate students? Please do so, okay? And the research report. So in the research report will make up 25% of your final score. It's going to be done individually, and I encourage you to be focusing on this couple of things: grammar accuracy, timely submission, and the length of paper is 25 words. It's not going to be too long, because at the moment we need to learn how to be efficient and effective. And clarity of empirical considerations, that's in the introductory part. The clarity of theoretical framework you are going to utilize, and the research methods, and findings and discussions, conclusions, recommendations. And related to the class participations, of course, your attendance must be at least 75%, and certainly for your active participation throughout the class discussions. So all in all, then the learning strategies will be this. You're expected to show commitment and consistency in learning. And you're expected to draw connections across various issues, as well as become a major instrument in the learning process itself. It means that you are required to creatively seek knowledge, engage in a series of meaning-making processes, and learn to communicate ideas to others. So you want to make sure that you become a real agent of learning, because you are self-agentic in this way. And it is also worth noting that the essence of learning is to develop thinking tools which allow you to be problem solvers. I am the lecturer is not the only source of knowledge. And so let's make sure that we maintain a healthy skepticism. And a healthy skepticism is required disposition to nurture in this class. So you are expected to demonstrate a high degree of enthusiasm to learn and contribute to others actively throughout this semester. So this is the end of the course description and elaboration, and I hope that you better understand what this class is all about. Thank you.